Well, if you attended last, who do we have here? We don't even know the name. Jasmine, because I could read it in the, hi, Jasmine. For more real estate contents. Okay, this is also, whoa. Uh, Not a good idea. You've given me no reason to follow you other than to get real estate contents, which I don't even know what that means. Um, and I don't know, would you do this? Andrew, I always like to think of it as like, well, what would you do if you meet somebody for the first time in the first 5 minutes? Would you invite them straight up to your Facebook page? Or do you wait? Is that like something you like bring out a little bit down the road? It's a little bit too soon. And I think we're not there yet in my first impression with you when I get to your website. So this might not be the best first foot forward. This
I think,
could,
yeah, just one comment on when you have pop-ups or you're asking somebody to do something for you, like follow you. I think it's almost like an ATM, right? You want to make deposits into that ATM, and at some point you
mm,
can make a withdrawal, right? But if the first approach is, hey, follow me, and I'm going to give you updates on something, I don't even know, I don't have enough context to know what I'm getting updates on. Is this important? Is this valuable? So I think you have to make some more deposits into your brand equity before you can make a withdrawal. And I can't exit this, or I don't know if it's my Zoom settings, but it's very difficult for me to break free of that. And it reminds me of the pop-ups from the 90s where it just feels very overwhelming, very anxiety inducing. I did take a look at this one earlier, Jasmine, and there is a lot going on. So again, just like Mark said, I think I'd focus on what is the primary objective. When somebody visits your website, do they need all of these links at the top? Do they need all these calls to action? Because unless somebody is interviewing you to sell their home and they're going really deep in researching you and what you stand for, they're probably not going to make it even halfway down this page. It's a little disingenuous to say search for your dream home here for the reasons that Mark explained earlier, but also there is just no way that somebody who goes to your website is going to find their dream home using this search box. And if you actually follow this through, again, my point earlier is that this looks like Coldwell Banker built it. And even if Coldwell Banker was a leader in home search technology, consumers don't view it that way. Consumers view Coldwell Banker. Here's the thing you're working against. Coldwell Banker has one of the most iconic and memorable brands as a real estate brokerage, but they are not known as a neutral third party for home search. So the brand is actually working against the credibility of your home search technology because it's screaming to a consumer that you are only seeing the Coldwell Banker listings here. So I would ask yourself and have an honest conversation with your team. Are people going to your website for home search? Home search is valuable, but it's valuable at the middle of the funnel where you're already working with a client. You're deep in that process, whether you're sending MLS alerts or you're working with another company like Real Scout or Ylopa or whoever it may be. There's value there. But at the top of the funnel, I just have a hard time believing that consumers are going to flock to your website and get really deep into this home search experience.
and you're about the home search experience. That mapping does not test well.
Yeah.
It is really a bad, mapping has never been a good UI experience. And in this case, you could see how, how many clicks do you have to go to, like when you work with an agent, and I'm an active buyer, I buy and sell properties. Uh, I just want my agent to sign me into their listing alert. I'm not on their website searching. My wife will probably sit in bed at night and go to Redfin. She likes Redfin and search, but like once I lock in with an agent, they put me in their listing alert. Uh, I'm done searching. I can't do this. This is hard. It's obnoxious. It's not a good experience. Um, and when I ask my agent to put me in their listing alert, I'm very, very conscious of like, I do not want alerts with links that point me to their MLS. I need them to send me links to see the properties on Zillow or Redfin. I can't deal with the local MLS and their horrible interface. So like, that's not a good experience either. I need a listing alert. I need links where I can view the property in the comfort of my reality and not be sent off into websites that were designed in 1999 with like really bad UI.
Well, I want to just toot the 1,000 watt horn because I know you may not. But 1,000 watt recently shared some of the collateral that they've put together in the face or in the wake of the NAR settlement announcement. And I think it plays nicely into the conversation that we're having around home search being the star of your website, which, to be clear, Mark and I are saying it shouldn't be the star of your website. But this is ad copy that 1,000 watt wrote. It said, yes, we can find you a home, but that's not really what you pay us for. Or homes are easy to find, but they're hard to buy. I think we can all agree with this copy. I think as a consumer, if you put yourself in the shoes of a buyer, they're not really hiring you to find the home, right? They know how to use Zillow, they know how to use Redfin or Realtor.com, but buying a home is the part where they need your help with. So, time and time again, just looking through the chat and looking at all these websites, every single website has home search as the star of the show, but it's just such a deviation from how consumers think about the problem they're looking to you to solve.
Yeah, it's I think this is where when you called me that Saturday and we started the conversation with IDX and we realized how much further we can go with it. The crux of the problem is agents, the misperception of the agent's value proposition is on us. It's on the real estate. We have led the consumer to believe we have no value proposition because what we're offering as the value proposition has no value for people. The last thing I'm going to offer here is, you know, just make a note, house logo, another house logo. And let's try and be a little bit more differentiated in our identities. I mean, it's your identity. You put a lot of effort into how you look, how you dress, what you drive. I don't know why there's not this higher level of attention to designing your brand's outfit.